Hello guys, this is our today's tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do this beautiful bottom. It's a cover-up bottom. It's a see-through, but you can always put a lining in case you want to wear it by itself. So I'm going to be showing you a few details of how to make it. I'm going to use this yarn. It's Robin yarn 100% acrylic, a 4.5 millimeter hook, and that's because I'm going to be holding 2 rows. But if you know you're just using one, I would suggest a 2.5 to a 3.5 millimeter hook. So this is the one I'm using because there are 2, and I will show you the rest. So these are my 2 strands of yarn. I'm going to make a loop. By making a loop, wrap your yarn around your finger and pull up the yarn to make a loop. Make a chain. Like that. And for beginners, after you've made the loop, for the chain you just have to get your hook and keep pulling through. You pull up the yarn through like that. So this is 31 before stretch, and let me show you after stretch. It goes all the way to 37. So that is my real hip measurement. This is my lower measurement, my lower waist measurement. So let's continue. So my chain is ready, as you can see it. We're going to slip stitch, enter in the very first loop, pull your yarn through to make a slip stitch. Next step, we are going to make double crochets all around this chain. So make 1, 2, 3, and then that is your first double crochet. Wrap up your yarn and continue into the next loop with a double crochet. And for a double crochet, you wrap your yarn, enter in the next loop, pull up the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2. That's our double crochet. And wrap your yarn, go into the next, pull up the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, wrap the yarn, go into the next, pull up the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2. So that's our double crochet. And wrap your yarn, go into the next, pull through 1, pull through 2. So do this, and then I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I have reached the end. As you can see, these are my double crochets. So now I'm going to slip stitch. Just make sure your thing is it's correct, because sometimes you may slip stitch when it's twisted. So make sure it's in the right order, and then come to the very first loop of your very first double crochet on this, and put your hook and slip stitch to keep it complete. After your chain of 3, wrap your yarn, turn your work, because I like to work from the back, from these loops, because they are easy to see. Then skip 1, 2, 3, come into the 4th loop, pull up the yarn like that, then wrap your yarn again, go back, pull up the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2. If you're using a smaller yarn, I would suggest you do this 3 times so that it's a bit thicker. I'm doing 2 because I'm already holding 2 strands of yarn. So if you have small yarn, do it 3 to 4 times. Then after this, chain 1, wrap up your yarn, go back, pull up the yarn once, go back again, pull up the second time, pull through 1, pull through 2, then chain 1, again go back, pull through 1, wrap again, go back, pull through 2, pull, like that. So this is what you should be having right now. Then after that, don't make any chain, skip 1 2 3, go into the 4th loop and do the same. Pull the yarn up, again wrap your yarn, go back, pull again the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, like that. Then chain 1, wrap your yarn, go back, pull the yarn up, wrap your yarn again, go back, pull the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, then chain 1, wrap your yarn, go back, and wrap your yarn, go back again, pull through 1, pull through 2. That's what you're going to be doing until the end of the row. So I'm going to show you one last time, and then the rest you can do by yourself. Again, skip 1 2 3, go into the 4th loop, pull up the yarn, wrap your yarn again, go back, pull up the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, chain 1, wrap your yarn, go back, pull up the yarn, and wrap the yarn again, go back, pull up the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, chain 1, wrap your yarn, go back the 3rd time, twice, pull once, pull through 2, like that. At this moment, your work should be looking like that. I'm going to do the rest off camera. I'm going to meet you when I'm back. I'm at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of the row. 1 2 3, going to the 4th loop, and then back, like that. Then come in the very 3rd loop of this chain, like from 1 2 3, you chained 3. Come in the very last loop, sorry, and slip stitch like this, like this. Next step, chain 1 2 3, turn your work, and now you're going to be working from the center loop of these clusters. So wrap your yarn, go in the center loop, pull up your yarn once, wrap your yarn again, go back, pull up the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, chain 1, wrap your yarn, go back, pull once, wrap your yarn again, go back, the same thing like we did, pull through 1, pull through 2, chain 1, and make sure you have all the 3 in the same, like this. Then don't chain 1 or anything, go again in the center cluster and enter, pull through 1, wrap your yarn, go back, pull through 2, the same thing, chain 1, go back, do the same thing, chain 1, go back, and do the same thing, like that. So you're going to continue doing the same. When you come here, you just slip stitch again, like that. So I have reached at the end of this row. You're going to enter and slip stitch like that. So I am not going to do the rest of the rows off camera because I am caught on time, but I am going to illustrate for you how to part this piece like you can see it right now. So, and like I said, if you see, I'd used a different hook size here. This was a 3mm hook that I used here. So please try to make sure you use the right hook so that you don't make something really baggy. And yeah, so like, let me show you now how to do the parting. So after this, you have to come and find the midpoint. Like I said, we are going to skip the rest of the process, and I'm going to show you the parting because I'm out of time. I'm caught on time, so I'm going to show you how to part this piece. Make sure you have 10 rows if you're using a small yarn, and make sure medium yarn, and make sure you have 12 to 13 rows if you're using a small yarn. So before you do that, you need to come and count and find the middle of your piece. So like I said, come here and count, and after counting you divide that by 2 to have your center. So this is a beginner friendly bikini. When you're done with this, you're going to chain 1, 2, yes, you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then after that, you're just going to join it together by coming to where you put your stitch marker and slip stitch. So we have parted with a chain our booty bottom like this. This is a beginner friendly way of parting the bottom. You just put in a chain, chain 3, 1 like that, turn your work, then make a double crochet. That will be like our first cluster. Then chain 1, go back with the same process of what we were doing. I'm so distracted. Chain 1, go back again like that. Then after that, skip 3 double crochet and crochet in the 4th loop. 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th and do the same thing that we've been doing, the same stitch. Chain 1, go back like that. Then skip 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th loop. Again, do the same thing. Chain 1 and go back with the same. Chain 1, go back to make 3 bundles. Oh, I used old yarn for this tutorial, so you'll forgive me, it's a bit messy. Then after that, again skip 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th loop, and again do the same thing. Chain 1 go do the same thing, chain 1, go back and do the same thing like that. Then when you reach this part, you're just going to enter in this, not in this space, but you're going to enter in the middle of this. So come here, pull up your yarn, go back, pull up your yarn, go in, pull up your yarn, go back, pull up your yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, then chain 1, go back, pull through 2, chain 1, go back, pull through 2. So this is how it should be looking like for the meantime. So you're going to work this leg by itself, and then later you work on this leg. So you can continue. Like that. I'm going to meet you when I'm almost reaching this part. Like I said, we are only working on one side per moment. We're going to work this side until it makes a full leg, then you also work this side separately. We're using the same process. After making the string, you will just cut and come and start all the way fresh. So I'm sorry for rushing you, but you can keep pausing to make sure you complete what you're doing. So I've reached the end. When I reach this place, I'm just going to slip stitch in the very first cluster that I made. I'm going to slip stitch like that. Then after slip stitch to the center, if that's okay, if you can see it, then make a double crochet, then go back with a double crochet. This is going to be like your first cluster, then chain 1. Now go back, wrap your yarn again on the hook, and go back, pull through 1, pull through 2, then again chain 1, go back and go back, pull through 1, pull through 2, then go to these clusters mid, again continue with the same thing. You can do 5 to 6 rows depending on how long you want it. So like that. Then when you're done dealing with this side of the bottom, this side, I'm going to first stop here and I show you the other side. Okay, when you're done with this side and you have around 5-6 rows, let me see how many I made for myself. Did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually did 8 rows, but 6 would be good, 7 would be good, even 5, depending on how long you want it. So I'm going to show you the other side. Like you can see, this is the midpoint. Then you can work the same way this side until you have the length of your choice. Bottom, you see, then make a chain and come and pass it through the double crochet that we created. Like I said, this video is more of an illustration. I am not crocheting in detail, so just pass through every after 2 double crochet to make your waist, so that your waist is adjustable, like you can see. See, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I'm so grateful for your support and I appreciate you guys a lot. Bye, see you again later.